Hello everyone, welcome to Kansas Future. A recent news story has sparked a lot of discussion among fans online. I'm going to tell you everything that happened, but first, click the like button and subscribe to the channel for the latest updates from the Chiefs. Without further ado, let's get right to the story. We have some encouraging injury news that should give you even more reason to be optimistic. Running back Isaiah Pacheco, who has been out since week 2, could be back on the field by the end of November. Let's break it down. Pacheco fractured his fibula early in the season during our win over the Cincinnati Bengals and has been on injured reserve for the past 6 weeks. It's been tough not to see him out there, especially since he's led our rushing attack for the past 2 seasons. But based on reports from NFL insider Ian Rapoport, it looks like Pacheco could be back sooner than expected. According to Rapoport, he might be ready to practice again in the next few weeks, aiming for a late November return. This schedule aligns with key matchups, including road games against the Carolina Panthers and Las Vegas Raiders later this month. Now let's talk about how the Chiefs have handled his absence. Kareem Hunt has stepped up, proving he still has what it takes to carry the load. In 4 games as the starting back, Hunt has racked up 308 yards on 84 carries with 4 touchdowns, giving the offense a solid ground game. Additionally, Sage Pino has contributed to the backfield rotation, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is another option we could see soon. But having Pacheco back would be a huge boost for this offense. His energy and physicality on the field are something every Chiefs fan loves to see. Imagine a backfield duo of Pacheco and Hunt. That could be lethal heading into the second half of the season. The timing couldn't be better, as the Chiefs have faced serious injury challenges on both sides of the ball this season. Patrick Mahomes and head coach Andy Reid have had to adapt without some key offensive players. Wide receivers like Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice have been ruled out for the season, so keeping our running game strong is more important than ever. Mahomes has shown us time and time again that he can work magic. But having a reliable and balanced offense will be crucial, especially as we look toward the playoffs. Now let's focus on the next game. This Monday, we'll host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers under the bright spotlight of Monday Night Football. This game marks a crucial checkpoint in our season as we work to maintain our undefeated streak. And with the possibility of Pacheco's return just around the corner, we could be looking at a well-rounded offense heading into December. Imagine Pacheco bringing his explosiveness back as we prepare for those tough December games. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think? Are you excited to see Pacheco back on the field soon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We also have some big rumors floating around that could give our Duins a major boost. Word is Kansas City may not be done with trades just yet, even after signing DeAndre Hopkins and Josh Uche. The Chiefs front office, led by Brett Veach, might be eyeing another deal before Tuesday's trade deadline, and the name in the mix is a big one. New Orleans Saints star cornerback Marshon Lattimore. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Chiefs have been linked to Lattimore, who is drawing plenty of trade interest as the Saints' season struggles at 2-6. With our defense dealing with the loss of cornerback Jalen Watson, it makes sense that KC would be looking for a high-impact addition. And with the Saints in rebuilding mode, they might be open to offering a top player in exchange for future draft picks. But here's the twist. Lattimore is no stranger to injuries. The 4-time Pro Bowler has missed a portion of games over the past 2 seasons, and this year, he's dealing with a nagging hamstring issue that's keeping him out of Week 9. That's definitely something to consider, especially since the Chiefs need players who can go the distance as we head toward the playoffs. On the flip side, that same injury risk could mean we could acquire Lattimore at a more reasonable trade price, giving us an elite secondary player who could be a game changer come playoff time. Now, a trade like this comes with risks, and it's not guaranteed. Lattimore's health could be a hurdle, but it's a risk that could pay off in the big games when it matters most. With Watson recovering and other solid cornerback options on our roster, we have some flexibility if we want to take a chance on Lattimore. So what do you think, Chiefs fans? Is Lattimore worth the risk for the upside he'd bring to the secondary, or should we just focus on what we've got? Kansas City's injury list has been growing with some big names. Unfortunately, sidelined. Wide receivers Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice are out. But the Chiefs have shown impressive resilience, fighting to maintain their undefeated streak. The final injury report was released after Saturday's practice, so here's where we're headed into Monday night. Starting at quarterback, Patrick Mahomes was briefly on the list with an ankle issue, but good news, Chiefs fans. Mahomes practiced all week without limitations and is ready to play against the Bucs. His leadership will be key, especially since some of his top targets won't be on the field. Nazeeh Johnson is officially out with a concussion for the Week 8 game against the Raiders. Juju Smith-Schuster also remains out with a lingering hamstring issue, giving him more time to recover. And while Mike Dana has made progress recovering from a pectoral injury, he'll be out for this one as well. On the positive side, Mecole Hardman, who was listed with a knee injury, practiced fully and is ready for Monday night. Expect him to be a solid target for Mahomes. Kareem Hunt has also recovered from a quadriceps injury and was a full participant in practice. It's a relief to see him on the field, given his recent impact on keeping our running game strong. On the defensive end, Trent McDuffie, who has been dealing with a knee injury, was a full participant in practice, so he'll be ready to take on Tampa Bay's wideouts. Derek Nnadi and Drew Tranquill are also listed with triceps and chest injuries, respectively, but both practiced fully and will play, adding stability to the Chiefs' defensive line. Unfortunately, Chiefs rookie Jared Wyatt was placed on injured reserve this week, meaning he'll likely miss the remainder of the season. It's a tough break for the rookie, but our depth on the roster should help us overcome this setback. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think? Are you confident that Mahomes and the team can maintain this undefeated streak despite these injuries? We have a fun tidbit about one of our favorite players, Travis Kelce, as we prepare to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This time, the news isn't just about football, but about Kelce's life off the field, which is still resonating with fans everywhere. Here's what's going on. Just 2 days before our Monday Night Football matchup against the Bucs, Travis Kelce decided to take a quick trip out of Kansas City. That's right. He headed to Indianapolis to catch Taylor Swift's Eras Tour concert on Saturday night. Kelce, known for living life to the fullest, was seen enjoying the show alongside Taylor's mom, Andrea Swift, and his friend Ross Travis. Dressed in an all-black Reputation-style outfit, Kelce looked right at home in the VIP section, singing along to Swift's hits and even chatting with NSYNC's Joey Fatone. Now, some of you might wonder if this kind of travel might affect his focus on the game, but let's be real. Travis Kelce has proven time and again that he knows how to prepare for the game, no matter what. With 3 Super Bowl rings under his belt, he's more than earned the confidence to manage his time on his own terms. Even his brother Jason Kelce recently chimed in on this, saying that while Travis may seem to be all over the place these days, football is still his main focus. He keeps the main thing, Jason shared, explaining that Travis has always prioritized football even while enjoying his free time. Kelce's commitment to football has always been unmatched, and despite his high-profile relationship with Taylor Swift, he's made it clear that when it's game time, he's all in. As we prepare to protect our undefeated 7-0 record on Monday night, there's no doubt that Kelce will be ready to give it his all, as he always does. And with Patrick Mahomes and the rest of the team backing him up, we're in for an exciting matchup at Arrowhead Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the heart of the NFL season. An electrifying moment when teams are scrambling, strategizing, and transforming in pursuit of glory. Amid this frenzy, there's one powerhouse that's not sitting back but actively shaking up its roster like a snow globe. With bold trades already in play, they're not just preparing for the playoffs, they're making a statement to the entire league. Will they seal the deal on even more game-changing moves? Buckle up, because the countdown to the trade deadline is heating up, and this team is hungry for history. When we talk about ambition in the NFL, one name has become synonymous with it in recent years: the Kansas City Chiefs. This franchise is defying conventional wisdom, making strategic acquisitions with a hunger that shows they have their eyes firmly set on NFL history. Yes, you heard that right. We're not just talking about the pursuit of another championship. We're talking about a team actively rewriting the narrative, setting the stage for a postseason run that could be legendary. General Manager Brett Veach is not one to sit idly by, especially as the clock ticks down toward the NFL trade deadline. This is a man on a mission, making bold moves that suggest he has one thing on his mind: depth and dominance. 2 significant trades have already been executed, and while many teams might settle for their existing roster, the Chiefs are taking a different approach altogether. This isn't just about patching holes, it's about building an unstoppable force. Let's take a moment to consider what's been achieved so far. The acquisition of DeAndre Hopkins is not just an addition, it's a statement. Bringing in talent like that is meant not only to contribute, but to transform the entire landscape of the passing game. It's the kind of high-caliber move that sends ripples through the league, signaling to competitors that the Chiefs are serious about their aspirations. But wait, there's more. The Chiefs also brought in Josh Uche from the New England Patriots, bolstering their defensive line just when they need it most, with key players like Mike Dana and Charles Omenihu sidelined. Even with these significant additions, though, the Chiefs aren't finished, not by a long shot. Whispers and rumors in NFL circles indicate there's still a burning desire to add more firepower. According to the ever-reliable Diana Russini of The Athletic, the Chiefs are still on the hunt, particularly targeting two key positions, wide receiver and cornerback. This is where things get especially intriguing. Why cornerback, you might ask? Consider the unfortunate reality that the Chiefs have lost Jaylen Watson into a season-ending injury. This isn't just a setback. It's a critical blow to their defensive plans. Watson had secured a starting spot opposite Trent McDuffie, and now the team is relying on Joshua Williams and Nazeeh Johnson to step up. But when you're in the midst of a playoff push, you can't afford question marks in your secondary. Now let's turn our attention back to the wide receiver situation. With Juju Smith-Schuster on the brink of returning from a hamstring injury and Hopkins already on the roster, the Chiefs aren't just looking for any player. They're searching for someone who can elevate the game. It's clear that Veach isn't simply hunting for a body. He's aiming for talent that can seamlessly fit into their already dynamic system. Russini's comment about a wide receiver possibly falling into their laps speaks volumes. The Chiefs aren't desperate. They're discerning. They want to add a piece that aligns with their championship ambitions, not just someone to fill a void. Then there's the cornerback situation. The legendary defensive coordinator, with his keen eye for young, speedy talent, is setting a high standard for what they need. The Chiefs can't afford to take a chance on just any available cornerback. They need a player who fits the mold and meets their lofty expectations. Young, fast, and skilled cornerbacks are rarely available for trade, so the challenge is real. Find the right fit or stay the course with what they have. A gamble in itself. As the clock ticks, the anticipation builds. The NFL trade deadline isn't just a formality. It's a battleground where decisions are made that can define a season or even a franchise. The Chiefs are poised to make waves, but the question remains, will they pull the trigger on additional trades, or will they hold firm and let the chips fall where they may? The excitement surrounding the Chiefs is palpable, and as the deadline approaches, we're in for an exhilarating ride that promises to reshape the narrative as we know it. With the clock marching relentlessly toward the trade deadline, the focus intensifies on the Kansas City Chiefs, a franchise that thrives under pressure and refuses to accept mediocrity. With two substantial trades already under their belt, this team isn't just participating in the league. It's crafting a narrative of dominance, one that could resonate throughout NFL history. The Chiefs are making it clear. They're here to win and aren't afraid to make bold moves to ensure they get there. Let's dive deeper into the implications of these trades and what they mean for the Chiefs moving forward. Stay tuned, Chiefs fans, because this ride is far from over. Leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all the Chiefs news. See you in the next video.